we will have his insights and talks about the IoT, and I think it will be a very good talk for teams and participants from the Arab IoT and I Challenge.
Part of this today, I would like to start that InfraX is one of the digital DEWA subsidiaries. Digital DEWA is an initiative started from Dubai Electricity and Water Authority under the program of Dubai 10X. If you know about Dubai 10X, is one of the executive program is being driven by the Dubai government to make Dubai 10 years ahead of other cities in the world. So from that perspective, we announced Digital DEWA. Our main focus on Digital DEWA in 4 main pillars: renewable energy, energy storage, artificial intelligence, and digital services. We are presenting more the pillars of the artificial intelligence and digital services, which we integrated 4 main companies that is focusing on different area from that segment. Moro Hub is an integrated data center that provides cloud and hosting solution. Digital X is the application and software development arm of Digital DEWA. Smart Energy X, which look more into the energy application and the digitization of the energy application, like the smart home and the EV charging applications. And the company that I'm leading, InfraX, which we focus mainly on the connectivity and IoT services. The key objective of what we are doing in InfraX is we are building our infrastructure based on assets that been already available under the utility sector. So the electricity and water business always use a lot of fiber optic and connectivity to operate its own services, which we call it the SCADA network. So DEWA is pioneering from long time in the communication side. So due to the impact that today is being touching point all industries, we in DEWA looked how we can monetize and improve and monetize the services that we have today for 2 main reasons. The first one is to improve the efficiency and help the digital transformation. And the second point is to enter new businesses. So accordingly, we are the ICT arm of Digital DEWA, and our main focus is really to connect the customer in more optimum way and will provide more options and more solutions to the customers in Dubai and UAE to provide them alternative options and enable more services that will help them with their digital transformation journey. At the end of the day, we work as an ecosystem of companies, and we help each other to provide the optimum services for the end customer. Having said that, starting from the hosting services on the data center, using the connectivity from InfraX, and then building the solution from Digital X. Our main portfolio focus on 4 main key services. First of all, connectivity. And we focus on the connectivity to utilize the fiber optic that is available in DEWA network to provide a reliable and fast communication services. This is today provide an alternative for the current services that is being given by the operator, and especially for the people who are looking for more secure and more private network, and provide diversity and fast options for 1 GB and 10 GB and 100 GB type of services. We are also leveraging the substations that is available across the city of Dubai to provide the capability of edge computing. As we all know, with the digital transformation and the increase of data generation by the smart city, the demand of communication is increasing. And the concept of edge computing, that you don't need to terminate all the services back to the data center. Today you can bring the intelligence near the customer by using the edge computing capability. So what we are looking for in DEWA is to make our substations one-stop shop, and we call it all-in-one substation, where it could produce the energy to the neighborhood, it could save the energy that will be generated from the renewable sources, and also it could be a mini data center that will help the processing of the data that will be generated from that neighborhood. From that perspective, will improve the efficiency and will increase the security and also will enable a lot of services that used to be costly in order to provide. Third of all, we are also building solutions and services using our infrastructure. We're talking about managed Wi-Fi services, managed connectivity, and managed IoT services. All of this, we are using it in the perspective that we are offering these services to our main company, which is DIWA, and then using that capability to enhance it and offer it to other people, which will reduce the cost of creating the services for other people. We are building this as a multi-tenancy that in the future, anybody who wants to join this ecosystem, it will be easier for him. Last but not least is the advanced IoT, which is the main topic that we are talking about today. With the digital transformation of any city, the enablement of the sensors and the applications is very important aspect. That's why the advanced IoT portfolio that we have is supporting a lot of strategic direction that we are doing in Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, and also to support Dubai as a city. So we are working with a lot of partners to develop a variety network options. We are talking about Sigfox. We have a partnership with them. DIWA owns its own RF mesh network, and according to this RF mesh network, we are today providing the electricity metering services. We are on the stage of announcing soon our first LoRa network. And this will be definitely a key important network for enabling a lot of low power wide area network use cases. And finally, also we are working with the operators to create our first 5G slice on the region. And this will be a key project for us to create a lot of the future applications related to low latency and high reliable networks. So the portfolio that we have, as I said, has diversity. We ensure the availability of our network, considering that we have mass infrastructure in Dubai using the electricity substations, and accordingly we are trying to reduce the cost of build. So today the site acquisition cost, the fiber optic cost, the power cost is all being managed under one location, which is the substation, and this is help us to accelerate the containerized data center. These concepts today allow you to generate and produce data from anywhere. This modular data center today, we are deploying it inside the substation, and we are aggregating the data that will be generated from the IoT network and the sensors in these locations. So these today produce a lot of high potential locations for processing the data near the customers. And we are bringing a lot of partners to work to generate new models and new business cases to utilize this kind of infrastructure using the modular data center, or also using our active cabinet capability. As the technology evolves, this kind of infrastructure will be crucial for the smart cities, and having locations that will host such kinds of infrastructure is important. Today we are taking this approach to retrofit the existing substation, but what we are working on is to change the code of build for all the new substations to have this kind of infrastructure available from design point of view. At the end of the day, in InfraX, we would like to become a platform for all the smart city system integrators, for all the sensor vendors, for all these startups and development ecosystem to be able to have an cost-effective and alternative options to produce a lot of use cases that will help them to generate innovation ideas, create new startups, and also be able to support the transformation of the city. We are talking about the sensor environment, talking about the irrigation, talking about the trash management, talking about the water quality control. all of these applications require a lot of sensors, and definitely in any business case, if you take it as a standalone business case, you will need to cater for the cost of the infrastructure. So if we take all of this as an individual use cases, definitely we will have a struggle from commercial point of view to produce that. So what we are taking as a burden on us in InfraX, that we are telling the community, we are telling the innovative people and the startup companies and even the private sector, we are available. The network is ready for you. Bring your innovation, and we will be able to work it out in terms of the best cost for you to deliver the services and to deliver the main objective to the end customer, which is improving the efficiency, improving the environment, improving the operation cost of your business. And at the end of the day, will be an ecosystem for creating and generating more ideas, and accordingly we will work with our partners and with the startup and the academia ecosystem to bring this to reality. Thank you very much for your attention, and we'll be happy to answer any question if you need. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Rashid, and we open the floor now for questions. For me, I have one question. I saw there is many applications that could be implemented by IoT platform. Do you have some examples to share with us about some of the ideas that already working on the ground? I saw some in the agriculture, some in the transportation, waste management. Actually, in our competition, we have many teams who are developing solutions in different sectors, maybe in agriculture, smart transportation. So if you have a real example here in Dubai, can you share one or two with us?
I think there is a key demand right now from the enablement of such use cases. I can give an example of an incident that happened during the COVID. We know during the lockdown there was a high demand for medicine transportation. And then the food carrier companies like X and Y, without naming them, they were allowed to start to transport the medicine through the bikes. But you know, all the medicine requires certain temperature to be managed accordingly. Otherwise, you cannot guarantee that the temperature during the transport from the pharmacy to the customer is being maintained under certain temperature. So we came up with an idea, and we were trying to regulate this with the key regulator in Dubai, to put a temperature control on the carrier of the bike, to ensure that the temperature of the medicine from the journey from the pharmacy to the customer is being monitored, to ensure that at the end of the day when it reaches to the customer it's being maintained under certain temperature, which ensures that the medicine will be under good condition. So such demand and such need from the market will require us to think out of the box and also enable a lot of use cases similar to this.
Another question regarding the license, the frequencies, the issues that could be faced in many other countries. How you regulate this in Dubai? Because actually, I know many other countries have some problem in regulations and license the frequencies and the technology.
Definitely, this is a key question. We are working with the Telecom Regulatory Authority, and accordingly, everything that we do is regulated under their regime. So ensuring the management of such things and ensuring that we will not end up with mass competition on the frequency. Why I think we need to give the advantage for the people who are really pioneering on this, and also have the capability to ensure that they give the access to the remaining ecosystem. So that's why we are working how to convince the TEDRA that we would be able to help the community, we will be able to help the economy, and accordingly they need to give it to the right people who will really ensure that driven of these things.
Any other questions from the... Yes, your name and nationality, please.
Hi, it's Joe from Lebanon. I wanted to ask you if you are interested. Sorry. I wanted to ask you Okay. I wanted to ask you if you're interested in working with such infrastructure outside of Dubai. So, for example, if a company wants to engineer a system that requires such IoT infrastructure but can't be implemented in Dubai, I think if you stay for our presentation, you'll see what I'm talking about. Are you interested in working outside Dubai, or are you just working in Dubai?
Thank you very much. Our plan is really to start in Dubai, but we are not limiting it to. We are planning to do a nationwide network. The key requirement for us is to get the anchor business to be able to justify the rollout nationwide. So from the plans point of view, yes, we have plans to roll out nationwide. We are taking advantage only in Dubai because we have the infrastructure available when it comes to the assets that we will deploy the network on it. But our plans definitely will be nationwide. And who knows, maybe also regional-wise.
So this is give me the opportunity to ask another question. Actually, we face some problems when we are implementing our new startups and ideas in other countries because we don't have the telecom infrastructure. Is it available to do the prototype in the infrastructure that InfraX or DIWA have, or what is the situation in this case? This is actually something that we need to work on it with you.
Thank you. I think it's a duty on us to ensure that we enable the ecosystem for the startups and for the academia to create their ideas. So definitely we will work to ensure that any support required from us as a company, as the InfraX, is being extended. So we're talking about the ability to prototype, enable some labs. We will work with the academia and the university to ensure that you have the right tools and systems and coverage to be able to test, to ensure, to prototype. And also we are welcoming to work out with the startups and the innovative idea to help you to go to market. And to also give you the platform from hosting point of view through our sister company, from go-to-market strategy point of view, if your services will be able to bundle with some of our core services. So we would like to become really an enabler for all the innovative idea and the startups community.
Thank you very much, Rashid. It is a great pleasure having you with us today. Thank you.